Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
If you've listened to our show for the last few years, especially around the holidays, all kinds of holidays, you've heard us talk about the company that our next guest is with. They create decorations, digital decorations, that empower people to decorate in bold and creative ways. And it's always been a lot of fun. The Director of Marketing and Communications with a company called AtmosFX is Michael Gills. Michael, welcome into Tomorrow. How are you, sir?
Nice to see you again, Dave. I'm doing great. It is a little cold up here in Seattle. I imagine you're not facing that where you're at.
Oh, that's true. You're kind of diagonally north of us, quite a bit, from our Miami studios. Exactly.
Yes.
And we do have a cold front coming, though, for our Christmas weekend. So we're looking forward to that. I think the temps are going to be in the upper 60s. That's cold for us. So we're all excited. It won't quite be a white Christmas, but it's going to be nice and cold. But talk to me first a little bit about the company AtmosFX. Does it stand for anything? And if so, what? I'm going to guess being in broadcasting, FX might have to do with special effects. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But tell me about AtmosFX.
Absolutely. So AtmosFX has been around for about 11 years now. It was started by our two founders, Pete Reichert and Pete Williams. They are friends. They met each other while they were working at MTV Studios. They worked on a variety of different shows there, but they really discovered that they had a mutual love of holidays and decorating, especially for Halloween. So they started a side project where they started doing these high-end custom animations for businesses. Some of our decorations early on even appeared in Seattle Seahawks games.
Oh, nice.
But then they hit on the idea of what if we could make this easy for people to be able to use these high-level, Hollywood-level special effects at home. And that's where AtmosFX came about. And so we create these custom animations, as you said, digital decorations that you can project into the window of your house, onto the wall, play them on a TV, play them on a tablet. It'll look like there's ghosts floating through your windows for Halloween, Santa sneaking around in the living room, putting presents for the children, the Easter Bunny, dinosaurs, and so much more. And we love it. We love helping people decorate for the holidays. We think people should celebrate all the important moments in their life, especially these last couple of years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what a great way to bring family and friends and neighbors together, even if it's just because as they do here, outside our studio window, and they gather in like the driveway, and we're playing AtmosFX all night, every night. And we've got on security cameras so many videos of families, kids, people on bicycles, people sticking their heads out of the car window because they've stopped and they're seeing what we're displaying in the window. And we do it, of course, for Halloween. We do it, obviously, this time of year for Christmas. We'll even continue it through New Year's with some of the fireworks effects and all kinds of fun stuff. And that reminds me, what on earth is hanging on the wall behind you? You mentioned Halloween and special effects and Hollywood-style things. This looks like it's a cut-off arm of some sort. It is.
That was. We asked someone for a hand.
Oh,
so that's what they.
But I'm bummed. Yeah, where's a rim shot when we need it? Holy God! But your jobs must be awesome, because not only are you doing these incredible Hollywood special effects kinds of things, but you really are making holidays magical. You're making it fun, not only for the kids, but for kids of all ages. We're loving the stuff, that we put up, we do through the window here at the studio for Halloween, for certainly for the Christmas season, by all means. And you've got everything from Santa working in the workshop with the elves to now some of the new ones we've noticed are the singing snowman. And those are awesome.
Thank you. Yes. Quite frankly, it's so much fun to be able to work and support products for people that empower them to have a good time. So many other companies are trying to sell you a product because they tell you that it's important or it'll make you cool. We just want you to have fun. And so our digital decorations or the projectors or the special props that we make to help support digital decorating, really, we listen to our fans. We run surveys every year to hear what they're looking for. And we just want to help the fans celebrate their holidays, special occasions, and just have a good time and make their house the fun place in the neighborhood.
And though we're not trying to do one-upsmanship, but come on, you do when you use the AtmosFX. But we've had neighboring businesses and homes even in the area that say, gee, all I have is I'm projecting some snowflakes on the front of the building, or we've got a couple of inflatables, but holy cow, what's going on inside that room that looks like it's Santa's workshop and so forth. And that's the idea, is that you really are letting people enjoy that kind of creativity and saying, look how much fun is going on, even though it's just being projected through the window. But I love how you also mentioned, Michael, that you can also show it on a large screen TV. You can put it on a tablet, a computer screen. So if you don't have the ability to project, or you don't have a projector, we'll talk about ViewSonic and a good partnership you guys have with them these days too. But you can even put a window or put a TV in your window and get the same effect. And people are going to just stop and stare. I saw kids the other night dancing. Must have been at the time the singing snowman again, but they were dancing in the front. And I thought, what great joy we get in knowing we're giving them some fun and joy through the holiday season.
Absolutely. When the company first started out, we were experimenting a little more with some darker Halloween, things that were a little scarier, maybe a little bit of blood. And while there's definitely some fans that like that for the Halloween season, we've really found that the family-friendly decorations have really been taking off these last few years, whether it's for Halloween or whether it's for Christmas. Family and friends projecting on their houses, neighbors stopping by, the kids singing and dancing along with, whether it's dancing monsters for Halloween or the singing snowman or the Christmas carolers. And one of the other things we really love about digital decorating is how convenient it is too. The 12-foot tall skeletons that we all saw at Home Depot this year, those are great, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you store that?
Exactly.
How much of your garage is taken up with the 12-foot skeleton you're trying to put in sideways? Whereas digital decorating, we have hundreds of different decorations. We're coming out with new ones every year. And you can choose which ones you want to play. And all you need is, whether it's a projector, your cell phone, a tablet, a television, and digital doesn't take up any space. And it also doesn't require shipping costs either. So all of our decorations are also available for instant digital download from our website. So it adds a lot of convenience. And more than that, we think it just lets people be the creative folks they want to be over the holiday. So we love that.
And you talk about storage, you're storing the digital decorations on a USB thumb drive, so it's not a problem. Yeah. Put it in the drawer until the next holiday.
Keep it on your computer. You can re-download them from the cloud. It's super convenient.
Yeah. Now, we did talk about the ability to show them on many different platforms, if you will, a TV, a tablet, a computer screen, whatever. But projecting, at least in our experience, has been kind of, I think, extra special. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just the overall movement or being able to truly fill the window up and not look like it's a TV in front of it. And mind you, these are not just for the window, for everyone watching, especially watching the video as we're making the holidays magical. You can just play them on the big screen in your living room instead of the old, my son Chris would, for many years, used to just play a fireplace. Well, because we don't have those here in Miami. So he would put that on the TV. Well, now he puts the Atmos digital decorations on the TV. So in the living room, as everyone's opening gifts, it's Santa and the elves doing their thing. And so it just makes it so much more fun than just the logs burning. And then we're all like suddenly warm, here in Miami. That's not right. But projecting is a great way to get the message out, especially on these windows or a wall. So tell me about the partnership with ViewSonic and their cool projectors.
Yes, absolutely. So once we started developing digital decorations, and as you said, projection gives you sort of the most flexibility. Besides playing in your window, you can play it on a wall, you can projection map on the outside of your house. There's all sorts of different levels. We realized that we wanted to make it really convenient for a new customer to come in, so we created our digital decorating kits. And in the past, we used to produce our own projectors, which is a lot of work and very challenging. And it's not really our area of expertise. So the last couple of years, we partnered with ViewSonic. And instead of us trying to develop our own projectors, we worked with them and found great projectors that they've developed. In this case, the M1 Plus. It's a great short throw projector. It's battery operated, has Bluetooth. You can connect your cell phone to it. It's an amazing projector just to use to watch movies or television, but it also works really well for digital decorating. And so ViewSonic's been very happy as a partner with us, so much so that they've started putting some of our decorations on some of their projectors as well.
Nice.
So that other fans of ViewSonic can discover the fun of digital decorating. One of the things that they really like, maybe I shouldn't tell you, but this is a secret, that once folks get into digital decorating, the ones that really love it, they'll often want 2, 3, or 4 or 5 projectors that they can have different decorations all throughout the house and the windows and the walls.
Wow.
And so ViewSonic says, oh, it's a way to get people to buy more than one projector. Let's work with these guys.
Yeah, for sure. And
So
nothing wrong with that, because those who, as you say, are really into it might as well have options, right? And have the ability to do a lot of things. How cool is that? And there are those that, of course, are very much into decorating for all the various holidays, and they should take advantage of all the things that they can do. And it sure beats stringing lights outside all the time or getting crazy with that.
Yes.
Do something different and unique that others aren't yet doing, perhaps, in their neighborhood. So take advantage of these kind of things. I was glad to hear you say that you're not in the projector business. You know, you're in the digital effects business and making special effects and doing these fun things. Do you guys have a studio of your own? Because these things that you're providing are very well done. And with Santa, whether it's a snowman, whether it's things especially for Halloween, where do you do these?
So our main office is located in Seattle, and our production team is actually scattered across North America. One of our co-founders works out of Toronto, another one works out of Michigan. So a lot of it can be done online, but certainly there's a local studio that we rent every time that we need to do the live filming, whether it's the live action characters, some of the props, sometimes the Gordy puppet, which you might see if you go to our website.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween!
So it's technology has really changed, where a lot of this can be done online, can be done collaboratively. And then when we have a big studio shoot, everyone flies in, we rent the local studio, we spend 3 or 4 days getting all the work done that needs to get done.
Very cool. And speaking of technology changing, certainly decorating, I'm assuming, has changed during the pandemic. So how have you seen that take place and change in this sense, I think, for the good?
So it was interesting, right? Of course, at the beginning of the pandemic, no one knew how things were going to go, especially on the retail side.
Yeah.
And how people celebrated the holidays, that might have changed. You know, for Halloween, there were people creating candy shoots, or some events were canceled. But what we discovered is that people still really wanted to decorate. They still wanted to celebrate. They still wanted to customize their home or their business. And so our business has done well. But more importantly, what we cared about is seeing how happy our fans have been and how much they've been able to decorate and celebrate. So much so that last year, when the pandemic first started, we created a Love and Hope Thank You to Essential Workers free decoration that we made available for a year.
Oh, very nice.
Just because we wanted to give back where we can. We also have a nonprofit support program. So any businesses or schools, nonprofits, charities that want to use some of our decorations, they can just go to our website and contact us, and we'll be glad to help support them as well, because we want everyone to be able to celebrate the holidays as best they can.
Kudos to you guys, because great stuff. And now along those lines, you've released some new decorations. I know I've already kind of spoiled it with the singing snowman, but there's more, and it's truly awesome that some of the things you've done. Tell me about the other new decorations this year.
Absolutely. We released a new series called Balloon Parade. And if you recall, when we were kids, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, watching the Macy's parade or going to your local town parade was always a wonderful experience. And we always loved seeing the giant inflatable balloons and all of the poor people trying to pull them down the road while the wind was blowing. And we wanted our fans, to be able to create that experience at home. So this year we released for Thanksgiving our Balloon Parade Thanksgiving product. And for Christmas, we released a Balloon Parade Christmas. And so these are animations of these large balloons that you recall from the famous parades slowly working their way down the street. We have scenes at night or during the day, different angles, whether you want to have a building backdrop or not. These look great projected in your window. They look great as projected as hallusions. And hallusions are these, you take this custom material, and while we sell it, you can also use theatrical scrim material. You place it maybe in your yard, for example, where it's not so bright, and under darkness, you don't see the material. And when you project onto the back of it, suddenly the animation is free floating in the air and it looks like a hologram or a illusion. So you could have a parade floating through the front yard, or Santa Claus, or ghosts, whatever you'd like to do. There's so many different ways to use digital decorations, or projecting them onto pumpkins or 3D effects forms. With so many ways to do it, we really just want to provide a way for you to make your holidays magical.
And again, even though we're presenting this on Christmas weekend, we're talking about Thanksgiving, we're talking about Halloween, we're talking about New Year's. I mean, there are so many things throughout the year that you can use digital effects and digital decorations for, and just keep the family motivated, and any of your guests and friends perhaps just thinking, well, that's cool, where'd you get that? You know? And that's the reaction we get all the time. You know, it's like, how do I get that? Well, this is how. AtmosFX.com is how. But I never got from you, does Atmos mean atmosphere, FX like special effects, or how'd the name come about?
So I actually don't know the answer to that question. That was
no worries.
I do.
We're going to go with what I'm thinking then.
I think what you said sounds great.
Oh, Michael, you're a fun person to chat with, and of course, I envy you of your job. I get that all the time. People say, "Oh my gosh, I'd love to do what you do, Dave." And yeah, but look at people like Michael Gills from AtmosFX and your team, constantly creating fun things to make people smile or to scare them for Halloween, for example. That is awesome. And I know you're going to continue to come out with more new things. And of course, folks want to know about them. So AtmosFX, AtmosFX.com. Of course, we'll link you there when you visit us at IntoTomorrow.com. If you've not yet seen this video and you're hearing it on the podcast, radio, or stream, you've got to come see the video, and you'll see everything that Michael was talking about. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. Very happy holidays to you and your team. We look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Thank you so much, David. Or Dave, so whichever you prefer, sorry.
No worries.
I hope that you stay warm when it gets down to a brisk 60 degrees there in Florida. It's 37 degrees outside right now, and we've had slush all morning, so... I hope you have a happy and wonderful holidays, and all of your audience as well.
Thank you, sir. Send us some of that snow. You can put it in a thermos and just FedEx it to us, and then I'll just throw it out to everybody. Look, snow from Seattle. Love it.
We'll be glad to do that.
Thank you, sir. Michael Gills, the Director of Marketing and Communications with AtmosFX. So that's where you want to visit, AtmosFX.com. Again, we'll get you there when you visit us at IntoTomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. There's much more coming up right here on the Advanced Media Network. Don't go away.